Hi everybody, here we go with the back nine. We've got another -16 here, so plenty drops and some tweaks for you to have a look at as well. Before we get started, don't forget to hit thumbs up on the video, would be much appreciated. If you are new here, please do consider becoming a subscriber. Here we go then, hole number 10. And a much nicer wind here compared with the front nine. So I'm going with the extra mile, 2.5 topspin, 2.5 bars right spin here. And we will be going max +10 is the adjustment here. Setting up there at +9 with the extra mile level 8. Obviously level 6 and 7 will be setting up at +11. So here we go, max +10. And as we've been doing with other wind directions, just bouncing safely over to the right. Don't need any right curl, that's because the wind will push us to the right. Now, depending on your drive distance here, you just have to see what happens with your second shot. Sometimes you will get a longer drive, in which case you need to adapt. But here I'm just pushing up slightly from minimum distance of the grizzly. And then once again going to apply backspin as needed to get the ball guide going to the cup. Once this is done, I'm adjusting min +10, but I'm adding 0.1 because we have pushed up a few rings from min. So min +10 plus 0.1. If you do try and adjust from the min line, there is a very small amount of tailwind, as you can see. It will take you into maximum thorn, so just remember to push up so that that does not happen to you. Just a little tweak though needed here, look. Maybe a little bit more adjustment needed, but definitely a good chance there on hole 10. Hole 11, very nice tailwind here, so once again, going with the same adjustment as before. 3.2 topspin, 2 bars side spin to the right. And again, a max 10 here. And then we're going with half a ball of curl to the right. Be careful though, bad great balls to the right, especially with the extra mile, will risk going into the rough directly. So if you want to do less adjustment and more curl, then you can. Just go with what suits your play style. But the setup here is nice. 3.2 topspin, 2 bars side spin. To the right comes in very nicely and we have plenty of room on the fairway. Second shot, once again, 180-yard wood club is needed here. And once again, you're going to have to tweak your topspin or backspin depending on the distance of your drive. Here I'm putting a little bit of backspin because I want to just check the ball up so that the second bounce is just beyond the rough line there. And I'm going with 1 bar of side spin to the left. And once again, as we've done before, adjustment max +20. Quarterback rough bump here, 1 bar top spin and almost 3 bars side spin to the right. I'm taking, I think it's 0.2 bars off. So aim for about 2.8 right spin here. Yellow ring touching the rough on the right as shown. Min -10 is the adjustment here. Minimum distance -10. Very good chance of dropping here. And we want to be playing with the quarterback rather than the sniper, so that we can adjust, otherwise sniper will be going into max distance of club. Bounces in the centre of the rough. I've not tested it with a great left or a great right, but it looked pretty minor great proof to me. But drops in right edge for a lovely hole-in-one. Hole number 13, really this one and hole 8, front and back 9, must eagle in all wind directions, and we do have an eagle here as well. So we do have headwind though, which is going to mean that we're going to need some overpower. If you don't want to use as much overpower, then you can go with the Kingmaker. 4.5 topspin, 1 bar left spin. Adjustment max +10. Going into overpower by about 3/4 of a ring. I'm adding a little bit here just to make sure I clear. So we're going with 2 rings of overpower here. We have low wind with the Titan though, to be honest. Obviously if you've got 7 mile per hour wind, then you are going to need 3 to 4 rings of overpower. So it's up to you whether you want to switch to a kingmaker. But it does bounce nicely. Get your pen and paper ready. Write down this yardage, 347. And here we are playing at mid distance of the club. But rather than going 0 elevation, I actually go +5 here, just to add a little bit more, because we do have a cross headwind. So either 3 backspin or 3.2, going to depend on the distance of your drive, but you just want to set up as shown here. The red ring slightly in the rough or touching the rough, depending which is going to work best for you. Adjustment here, I go 3 rings. And if you're not familiar with using slider and yardage notes, do check the Academy playlist tutorial videos section on the channel homepage. We can use yardage notes here. Obviously it's plus or minus 2% slider per yard. Hole 14, trying a rough bump here. Did not get this one to drop, but we are close. 4 top spin, 3 right spin, and going with the sniper here, mid +0. So mid distance, no elevation here. It's a tricky hole, this one. The rough bump is definitely the best option, but it's not one that I've been finding that I'm getting super dialed in on. But we are close, and we do have a chance here of dropping this. Obviously, if you don't fancy a big adjustment, you can go with the kingmaker as well, but I honestly think a katana is absolutely fine. Good speed here, but just need a little bit of a tweak there, just missing on the right side of cup as we look from the tee. Hole number 15, I don't think it's worth going full blast because there's a very, very small amount of tailwind, so I'm doing the big topper, tweaking what we did in qualifying round. I'm going with 2 bars of right spin and all of the top spin that we can with the right spin. So priority is the right spin here. Don't compromise on that to go max top spin, you don't need to. So it's just over 8 bars of top spin with the 2 right spin. Max +20. In fact, I adjust max +15 here, but I do believe a 20 is fine. It's only an extra decimal. And we go with full curl to the right. You will need level 4+ on your big topper, because anything less than that will not have the right amount of curl, and you will risk the rough on the left. As it is a great left ball, I do believe could risk the rough, so do concentrate on hitting perfect on this one. 340 yards, this is leaving me a sniper. And here we want to back off from max distance and play true club distance with 10% elevation. And again, drive distance will vary, so just work out the club distance as best you can. I'm going with 2.5 top spin, 1 left spin, but again, due to the position on your drive, you'll need to adapt, but have the ball guide going through the hole as shown here. This one I play exactly in between mid and max distance, but like I say, you'll need to work out the club distance for yourself, but I will go with a 10% elevation at true club distance. And look at this one, we're coming in ever so nicely here. Is it going to drop? Is it going to drop? Yes, we snuck it in, right side for a lovely albatross. Hole number 16 coming up, and again I'm just playing for the safe birdie here. 3 bars backspin, and I go with a smidge of right spin as well. Medium distance +35 is the elevation that I am playing here. Again, very difficult to adjust because we can't zoom in that much, and the wind push does have an effect. Very difficult to dial this bounce over in, and I'm not a fan of the rough bump, I'm afraid. So if you want to go for it, then by all means the choice is yours. But for me, take the safe birdie here all day and every day. We do get it close though. Well, the speed is good, maybe not that close, but the speed's good. You can tweak it if you like, but there's something to work with. Okay, 17, Must Eagle, and it's Berserker time. Untested with a Titan, have a go with it if you don't want to spend the Berserkers, just throwing that as an option out there, because I know not everybody likes to go crazy on the Zerks. I stretch out to find my position. Here I go 4 top spin, half a bar of side spin to the right. Max +10 is the adjustment. Once I've adjusted, I push back up to max. Again, you can go with a more accurate driver. If you have one, I go with 3 rings of overpower with the extra mile level 8. Oh, minor great right, but we're still going to be okay. Could maybe remove a little bit of topspin. We did have a strong wind here, you know, in the 8 region with a Zirkin Pro is a little bit high. So if you do have that, I would maybe just take 0.2 off the topspin. But if you get lower wind, I would say 4 should still work nicely. But we're on the green, we're putting for an eagle. Finally, hole 18, no move target, max topspin, which is 6 bars here with 2 bars side spin to the right. And max plus 10, push up to max. Then we're going to go max overpower once again with some curl to the right. Oh, we're testing this with a double great right though, but we are hopefully still going to be okay, even with the extra mile level 8. Bounces very comfortably over there, and we're not really threatening the rough, to be honest. And I'd rather hit great right than great left, because it just puts us nearer to the green for the second shot. Which are we going to look at now? And it's going to be sniper, rough bump once again. Good albatross chance here. And I would try and replicate the setup that I've got. I'm going with a clicker topspin. I had it a bit late on in the day though, in terms of the shot clock. There you see, just putting it on there. 0.2. Ball guide through the pin, but again, adapt. I would be going here, true club distance, -5 elevation. That's what I'm playing here. True club distance, -5. And we are close, so just work out. I do believe we can use some plus yardage notes. A bit difficult to give you an exact slider because of the bad great right on the drive, though. However, it's a good chance anyway, just takes an edge burner on the right. Good luck, guys. See you soon. Bye for now.